Sarah, many thanks for joining us this evening. And we want to begin from right there. You saw the comments from the president. What sort of elections should we be holding in a country like Uganda? What would be the ideal elections?
Well, the ideal election is where all principles for free and fair elections, like a level playing field, equal coverage by media, a level platform for all political contenders to campaign, disseminate their information and market information amongst the electorate, but also transparent manner of transmitting, tabulating, and announcing elections. Most of these components of a free and fair elections are usually lacking in Uganda's elections. Since the enactment of the 1995 Constitution, we have had 5 cycles of elections. On 3 times, these elections have been challenged in the Supreme Court of Uganda. And at all 3 occasions, the Supreme Court of Uganda has held that our elections fall short of the standards envisaged in the Constitution. So this shows that we fall short of what the framers of the 1995 Constitution envisaged as a credible, free and fair election in this country.
Sarah, when we hear comments from the opposition about our elections, we sort of tend to think that our elections lack integrity. It even gets worse when it's the head of state and a candidate in the elections and a possible candidate in the next elections commenting on electoral fraud, possible electoral fraud. Is it possible that Uganda can restore integrity in our elections?
Well, unfortunately, the remarks of President Museveni have, great implications on the credibility of our elections. First of all, President Museveni, who has been an incumbent throughout the 5 cycles of elections, but also a presidential candidate at the same time, holds the mantle of protecting the Constitution and guaranteeing the integrity of elections in Uganda. When he comes up and makes such unfortunate remarks, there are 2 clear implications. One is that the Electoral Commission has no credibility to conduct elections. And unfortunately, or more unfortunate, is the fact that President Museveni, who claims to have had this evidence of how Electoral Commission failed in its duty and how the will of the people was shortchanged, has reappointed the same commission and is not announcing any repercussions to the electoral officials who supervised this rigging. The second most unfortunate thing that President Museveni's statement shows is that power does not belong to the people in Uganda, because Article 1 of the Constitution indicates how power belongs to the people. It is through choosing their leaders in credible, free and fair elections. So when the Fountain of Honor says that he failed in his duty to protect the Constitution and to guarantee credibility of elections, but also that the will of the people was shortchanged, then that also creates doubt as to whether he himself is ruling with the will of the people.
Sarah Birete, Chairperson, Global Network for Domestic Election Monitors, thank you so much for sharing your insight.